Okay, I'm back. I'm just gonna skip lecture one. I guess I should skip as many lectures. If I'm gonna actually stream this, I should skip all the lectures I can, because that just seems like silly to stream. Oh, what's this? Oh, I guess there are problem sets. Maybe there maybe there isn't one for week one. What? How does this work? Huh. This is weird. Oh, problem set one. You'll use CS50 lab. Is my stream working now? No. I need to click a new one. Cool. Okay, cool. Wait, I should look at my analytics. I have two people watching. Josie K thumbs up. Hopefully you guys can't see anything weird. I gotta change on make sure I don't have any bad tabs open. No, I'm just kidding. What are we doing? For this problem set, CS50 Lab, a cloud-based programming environment with interactive instructions built atop CS50 sandbox. Start each problem by watching the introduction video and then follow the instructions step by step. What happens if I click this? I don't have a GitHub account. I should really. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. Maybe I could just like open up all of these. Oh, okay. Oh, this is how I should do it. Screw edX. We're just gonna do this. Yeah? I forgot the MIT. It's somewhere in Discord, but I bet I can find it just like this. Yeah, maybe I should do this one. Brian, what do you think? Chat is disabled? Why is chat disabled? How do I not disable chat? Oh, no, you're in here. Why is... MIT or Harvard? Let's do MIT. That sounds cooler. Are we just gonna... Uh, uh This is just like a little more annoying. Do I need the book? Calendar, don't care about the calendar. Other readings. Wow. This is I guess I can just like zoom in. Alright. This will make a dry stream. I'll tell you that much. The way of the program. I guess I'll read these I do want to actually stream me learning computer science. Um, so I guess the way I can do this is I can do the readings in the lectures on my own before I stream, and then I can just stream myself doing the problem sets. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and do the what? Let's just go ahead and do the first problem set and see if I can do this. Uh, you will install idle, write a simple Python program. Um, Getting started, Python and idle. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. You know what? Let's go back to Harvard. Let's go back to Harvard. Oh, here we go. CS50. Yes. Week 0 is Scratch. What the? This don't seem right. Oh, I see. That's like the actual. Uh, uh, we'll do MIT. It's probably more legit. Um, okay. Oops. Okay. Introduction. This recitation will cover how to set up Python. Downloads. Alright. We'll close that. Installed. I'm the only user, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool with that. Okay. Okay. Python installed. I guess I need to. I feel a little weird that you guys can see so much of like my stuff. So I'm just gonna turn off that for now. Just code in your browser. See, I just wish I could understand jokes like that, D. That's the whole reason I'm becoming dev, so I can understand r/programming humor, or programmer humor. Um, oh yeah, Python. Okay, we're back. Hello, hello. Oh, what? Okay, this looks correct. I did not mess up the first part of this. Idle, okay. Um, I want this to remain on top. But how? I guess we'll shrink this. No, that looks horrible. That's okay. We'll just pull this out and shrink this, and we'll zoom in on this too. Okay, maybe make the terminal full height, like this. But now I can't see the chat, but now I can do this. Okay, you can type Python code. This is a Python shell. Okay. For instance, typing print hello world, press enter. Oh, idle can also be used as a calculator. Okay, 4 plus 4. Boom. Getting a text message. Alright, addition, subtraction, multiplication. Cool. If you want to use square root, you need to import the math module. Okay. This is just for practice. Use idle to calculate 23 to the 5th power. Uh, uh, that didn't work. That's 23 minus 5. But why? Uh-oh. Okay, so they did not like, uh, oh boy. How do I calculate 23 to the 5th power? Do I just have to do 23 times 23 times 23 times 23 times 23? Okay, that works. Yeah, I figured that out, Brian. Thanks. Well, you're probably a little bit behind me because in the chat just because of like the latency. But okay. Positive root of the following equation. Oh, but it wants me to import the math module. Is that like something I need like to install? Does this work? Can I just say this? Like if I do this? Oh, it worked. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, 23 comma 5. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay. I'm in Discord chat, live chat, by the way, which is probably better than going in the chat room. This is like the most viewers I ever have had streaming anything. Just saying, Hollow Knight is dead to me. I'm all about dev now.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
well,
so
I'm not a Python expert or anything.
hey,
You gotta stream homework.
Steve, yeah. Well, this is just getting started. Sounds about right to me. I think I figured this out. I don't want to do this positive root to the following equation. I mean, I could, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
So,
Oh shit, let me mute your stream.
oh, this yeah, that probably sounds crazy. Okay, we're back. Problem
Yeah.
set
So you were
0.
talking about being concerned you need to install math. So like that could potentially be the case where you want to import something and it's not
Uh-huh.
on your computer.
Uh-huh.
But Python comes with a bunch of libraries already. So if
Okay.
you want to go to your install location for, or I don't know if it's the install location or there's some other like user environment directory where it dumps a bunch of code that it's not always immediately accessible, but it's ready to be imported already. It's like they pre-install a bunch of code that you can pull in when you need it.
Okay. Okay. Whew. Problem set 0. Read this problem set thoroughly. I don't care about this. Did this. Okay, the goal of this program exercise is to simply get you more comfortable. Okay. Problem 1. Write a program that does the following in order. Ask the user to enter his or her last name. Ask the user to enter his or her first name. Prints out the user's first and last names in that order. Um, don't care about the hands-in procedure. All right. Um, yeah, I don't even know where to start with this.
You should just Google something you want to do.
Let's look at the
Try.
hint section here.
You should. It's probably good practice to just try to find the answers online, and rather than trying to find the answers in that worksheet.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, this is kind of like that, right?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's like a real. That's like a wiki page. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Python has two functions designed for accepting data directly from the user. Okay. So this is obviously like I can probably just go ahead and basically do this. Print raw input. What is your name? I'm probably not learning.
Yeah. I don't. Hey, I don't know what raw input is, so maybe just figure out what that does. I don't.
So, uh,
Like raw input looks like a function, right? So
raw
find
input
if
asks
it's
the user for a string of data and simply returns the string.
okay. So it's some function somebody's giving you for free,
Uh-huh.
and it does what it says on the documentation. Is it just part of the standard library?
I
I
guess.
guess so. If it's not made, like if you can just call it like yeah, just I guess just try the line, and if it lets you call it, then it's part of the standard library.
Okay, but I want a program that does all of it, right? It wants me to do my first name and then my last name,
Right.
and
So
then
if you look at the line that that thing had you copy, you're printing whatever that raw input function returns
uh-huh.
you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you should, yeah. I guess you can figure that out.
So this is probably the worst way to learn.
I don't know. It's fine. I think figuring stuff out on your own is good. Stumbling through things.
This is like yeah, but this is like when you want like learning to play Melee by just like give
Mm,
giving a person a controller and not telling them like they slowly have to figure out the rule set and the characters
no.
and the tier list.
It's a little better than that, right? Like you're basically learning how to dash dance, and somebody showed you, somebody described dash dancing to you or whatever, and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just pick up the controller and
Uh-huh.
mess around until it feels right. So like, there's like two in that statement print raw input whatever. There's like two things going on, right? There's that raw input function,
Mm-hmm.
and there's
Which
printing. And so if you want to ask for a bunch of different things, you don't want to print
yeah, I need something
anything.
in front of this.
So you just need to save whatever it gives you, right? Like it's gonna ask you for your. Do you know how to assign a variable?
Uh oh
Oh, I said, do you know how to assign a variable? Also, you're
no.
probably not gonna be able to highlight like a normal text editor in that command line prompt.
Okay, so a variable is something that holds a value that may change. You can use variables to store all kinds of stuff, but for now, so that's why it gave me the second part, I guess, about variables. Okay.
Yeah, you've done like MATLAB type stuff, right?
Yeah, I've done a little bit with R.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did do a little bit with MATLAB too, actually. Okay. Um, so wait, okay. What happens if I just oh, what happens if I just do like this? So can I do like
So, so you see how that line.
and then like I need to somehow figure out this as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and try it.
Uh, wait, I need two of these. I need two of these questions. Or wait,
So,
no, I can't assign to a function call.
so in this interpreter setup you have, it'll remember variables between lines. Am I live? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you just got them backwards.
Oh, so can I do like this? Is what you're saying?
I'm like 4 seconds behind you, so give me a sec. Basically,
I
the thing on the left is the destination,
yeah yeah
and the thing
yeah.
on the right is what goes there. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah. and then just try just if you just hit if you just type that variable name last name and hit enter,
Yeah, okay. So
it stored that quote Choi quote.
so
Hello?
if I wanted to do this, hello. So if I break this down step by step, it's pretty easy because I can basically just do like,
Like,
oh,
oh,
you need to mute your
you need to
stream.
mute your stream. Huh?
Someone needs to mute
Someone
their
needs to mute their
stream
stream
because I can hear
because I can
myself.
hear myself.
I think.
I think. It's my phone. Give me a sec. All right. So you're Chromecasted on the TV right now. What is this? Raw input? What is your last name?
And then
Wait, is this Python 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, it had him install like a really old version.
Well, you sure you're taking the right version of this class? I distinctly remember that they were using Python 3.
Oh, this is from fall 2008.
What?
This is from fall 2008. Okay, wait.
This guy's taking.
There has to be
Did you
like.
go to did you go to EDX?
I didn't use edX, but
You should use EDX. 254 is absolutely ancient. Oh my god.
oh my god, it took me so long to figure out which class I was gonna do. Okay, we'll go back to edX.
I'm sorry, but I mean like 25x is
No, this is why I didn't do edX because I couldn't take the MIT class. It's like it's not self-paced. Like
edX is not self-paced.
I don't think this one.
Oh, I mean,
If I audit it, it's self-paced. Oh, okay. Oh, but
I'm telling you, you're literally like learning a version of Python that's about to be deprecated.
okay. Well, all right.
Like I'm not. I mean, like Brian can back me up on this. I think it's.
Brian
I mean,
didn't.
like you're not gonna.
Brian didn't tell me anything.
I didn't want.
Well, you. I'm not saying you're. It's a waste of time because you're still gonna learn programming and you're gonna learn computer science. Huh?
There'll be a bunch of stuff that changes, and I'll be like, "Why did this change?"
Yeah, and 25x is. And 2.5 is like no one. I mean, like 2.7 has been the standard for quite some time, and even that's different from 2.5. So it's just like one of those things. Like if you try to write a new program in Python with the skills that you learn now, it's just going to be like one of those things where it's like
Okay.
like almost all new projects.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's going so bad.
Who is this? Tavern.
I think it's Brandon. I muted Brandon.
Oh, it's beat on.
Yeah.
Nice. I can see you mute him. I like how we're gonna have VODs of this.
I was just thinking. I realized like the logistics of like streaming this is like it's like the worst thing to stream. Anyways, download page.
Why do you say that?
Because it's like it's gonna be like on edX. There are like hour-long lectures. So like I need to do like I need to like watch the lectures beforehand or something. Or was this right? No. That would have been bad. Cancel this.
I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, I'm not trying to be a stickler, but I don't think I'm the only one who would say that learning
Oh no,
learning
your
anything-
advice is taken.
anything
For sure.
earlier than 2.7 is basically a waste of time right now, and it really should be 3.
Yeah, no. Brian didn't say anything. I didn't know anything,
It
obviously.
didn't matter yet.
I'm just learning fundamentals.
No, I mean, like I said, you still learn fundamentals, but it's still kind of annoying to like if you're going to take an intro course,
Yeah, for
take
sure.
take one in a useful version of the language that it's taught in, so that if you actually try to write new programs, you won't have to like reteach yourself half of the language.
Okay. 30 seconds.
How long? How deep are you in? Am I like costing you like hours of time?
No, not at
He's
all.
like
I like
the
just
top
started.
end.
Okay, good.
I mean, this stuff, like, I feel like this whole class is what goes till November 20th. I probably can finish it earlier than that, depending.
People said that it's harder than it might seem. Like there's a decent. I don't know. I'll be curious to see what you have to say after, because I've recommended the course to several people. In fact, people kind of in your position as like
Well,
engineers.
I'm just doing it so that I can understand r/programmer humor.
Oh
But
yeah, of course. But I know other people who are
next, agree. Just me.
like engineers, but not like computer scientists
All
or
right.
electrical engineering majors.
Yeah, I'll just keep it. Do this. Oh, dang.
What did
See,
it have you install? Out of
um,
curiosity. Anaconda.
yeah.
Hmm.
Dang. Peace be done.
Be done pieced.
Hopefully he'll
That
figure it
man
out.
is on a mission to have no life except Xenoblade.
Everything is turning against him. Okay, what am I doing here? Interesting. Just kidding. Let's slow down. Anyways. Oh, we suggest accepting both options. Wait, this is 3.5. I'm doing 3.7. Oh well, it's probably fine. Anyways,
That's probably fine. The class is supposed to be 3.5, and
yeah.
you're downloading 3.7, which is the latest version.
Also, I didn't select this one thing. This add anaconda to my path environment variable.
That's fine. That's only really useful if you're going to be running programs from the command line, which it's a nice skill to learn. And um,
Man, this thing forever.
it's a good thing, but it's also something that you can fix later pretty easily.
Yeah, I hope I
If you
don't need
ever
to restart my computer.
did the first one, have you restarted your computer?
No,
I don't think you would need to, not just to install Python.
it's just
Your
taking.
your stream is gonna kill my OLED though.
All this white.
All this, all these burnt in pixels. Can you
I
can you like
is it
put a screensaver on?
is
Can
there
you like
like
move things around?
I don't know, is there like a dark mode for Chrome? No, there's no way. Yeah, I just gotta
Oh, I mean, there's
I'll
a dark theme, but it
I'll go
won't
back to
change the.
analytics.
Oh no, I mean it doesn't matter. It's not the white, but yeah, I guess if it were black, that would be nice.
In Firefox, there's the reading mode.
Oh yeah, reading mode's nice.
I found that recently. It's pretty good. It's like pulls all the text and formatting out of the page.
Yeah, it's like it turns crappy sites into decent sites sometimes.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure the Harvard class uses C, and then this uses Python. What are the differences? I know a little bit about the differences between programming languages, but like this conversation that you guys were having earlier in Discord about like how someone should learn. Like what were the nuances of that conversation?
Um, so
Like
the
Brian was
context of it
yeah.
is that in electrical engineering at UT, and maybe in most electrical engineering majors, I can't say, but at least at UT, the electrical engineers start from the bottom up. You learn how a computer works at a like very low level,
Uh-huh.
and then they teach you how to program it at its most basic level first. And they use a toy example, like they don't use a real computer because actually doing that for a modern processor
It's like
is kind
super
of complicated.
crazy. Yeah.
Well, it's not super crazy. I've seen assembly for like an Intel processor,
Uh-huh.
and it's not crazy, but I mean it's just more complicated than really needs to be for teaching.
For educational purposes, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, basically. So at UT they had like a little toy architecture with its own that they would teach you to program in assembly, and then after that they would teach you C. And C, if you think about C, it's like basically one of the most low-level programming languages. It's like basically just a step above writing the assembly code for the processor.
Uh-huh.
In fact, many people like to think of it as portable assembly. Where like it's the only reason it existed originally was because people were writing in assembly and they're like, I don't want to have to rewrite this assembly for every processor that I'm targeting.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I kind of see what you're saying, based off
So
of
okay,
my
so
understanding of what an assembly is.
well, the point being is that um, assemblies like every processor has like a language
Mm-hmm.
that it speaks, the machine code that it accepts at the lowest level as instructions. But they don't accept C code or Python code. It's all a very low level set of instructions that they follow. Very simple instructions like add, subtract, jump here, go to there. Like very simple at its base. Though, if you looked at an Intel one, it would be more complicated because they have gotten more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, each one has a different one. Now, compatible ones have speak the same language. So Intel and AMD both have the same kind. That's why you can run programs on both of them without having to download a new one or recompile them. They run the same crap.
Okay.
But like your phone has a different instruction set
Okay.
than Intel.
So you can't just
and
like.
so
y- Okay, yeah. I kind
yes,
of get what
so
you're saying.
something compiled to run on an Intel or AMD processor will not run natively on your phone, which has an ARM processor, which is a different architecture. So writing the instructions is done in something called assembly usually. And it's not something that people do very often these days unless they have a very good reason to. Because people invented programming languages so you wouldn't have to.
Okay.
And C is basically just one step above writing
Back
assembly.
to the assembly.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Now, it's still a lot nicer than writing assembly. Writing assembly is pretty awful for the most part. I mean, like, I enjoyed it as an exercise, but if you have to do it, like, regularly, it's pretty lacking in conveniences that basically any programming language ever has. Python's on the other end of the spectrum, where it's like super high level. You're very far away from writing assembly.
Okay.
In fact, Python is like a programming language written in another programming language in the sense that when you run Python programs, there's a program called an interpreter, which is what you're downloading and installing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
And that-
reading something about that.
That's a
Okay.
program written in C that
Oh,
reads
okay.
Python programs and executes them.
That's funny.
And so it's like Python is like you write the program and you need the Python interpreter to run it. When you run C code, what actually happens is you compile it once. So there's something called a compiler where you take the C code and at one specific point in time when whenever you're writing it, you compile it and it'll say and you'll tell it what you're targeting. So you'll use a compiler for like Intel.
Uh-huh.
Or you'll tell it I need this to run on like ARM, which is on your phone.
Okay.
And it'll compile it. It'll take the C code and turn it into instructions for that particular kind.
Mm-hmm.
But once it's done, you have a binary thing. Like it's called a binary. It's like the executables.
Yes.
.exes.
Yeah.
Those are binaries that have been compiled. They were once code, but a compiler took them and turned them into just binary data that's fed to the processor.
Interesting.
And but Python's not like that. It's super high level. Um, and from a programming perspective, what that means is that Python's basically a lot more powerful on a line-by-line basis than C. Most of the things that you write in Python would take at least 2 or 3 times as many lines of code to write them in C a lot of the time. Because Python, like, it just does so much more for you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It manages more for you. It's more powerful. It offers more ability to. I don't know. It's just kind of like more powerful. So like basically, the trade off is that it offers you less control in the end. The reason people still write things in languages other than Python mainly come down to 2 things: speed. Running an interpreter like the Python interpreter to run your program is much slower than running compiled program, because all the translation is done in real time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have C code, the translation is done offline and it can be optimized, and it runs much quicker.
Okay.
And you have a lot more control over the fine, dirty details of how the program is run that not a lot of people necessarily care about these days.
Yeah.
Which is why most programs are not written in C, but a lot of things are still written in C. At work, we still write plenty of stuff in C. It goes NVIDIA, makes hardware and low-level stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But other stuff like the operating system that you run, all the operating systems are written in C basically. Like Linux, Windows, pretty sure. All those guys, they're all written in C because you really couldn't write an OS in Python.
It's like a ground up type thing.
Yes, exactly.
So if you wrote an OS in Python, it would be like you write it and then it has to be translated into some like base form for it to become this new base for whatever else you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, it's like weird. Like you're operating. I don't know. It's like the Python program couldn't be the OS. It would be like your interpreter is really the OS because it would be the one doing all the heavy lifting because your program is just something running on top of another layer. It's like at the base layer you have the actual computer hardware. Then you have the OS and its drivers, which interface between the software and the hardware. And programs are on top of that, but when you're running on Python, it's like you have another thing in between you and the hardware, which is the interpreter. And the Python deals with like talking to the OS and drivers and all that stuff. And you don't really have to deal with it as much, but yeah, it wouldn't make sense to try to write something like that.
Okay.
Yes. Spider.
I don't know. I wanted to make this dark because I know that I can make this dark somehow.
But people really like Solarized Dark. It's a super popular theme.
Solarized dark. Oh, that does look pretty nice. I should go through all of these. Oh, I like that one. I'll do this one. Zen burn. Apply. Okay. This clashes perfectly with my flux.
But yeah, sorry. I feel like I didn't answer your original question, which is the whole thing about learning it is kind of a philosophical difference between whether people should start with a high-level language like Python, or like Brian and I did in ECE, and you start at the bottom and you work your way up. The reason Brian and I like starting at the bottom is because a lot of people never get there if they start at the top. They just learn a high-level language, and then they go on to only ever use high-level languages, and their understanding of the computer itself and the layers beneath the program that they're running are fairly limited. It's like driving a car. Like, you can get pretty good at driving a car without ever learning how a car works, but it kind of limits you if you're really trying to, become next level, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can do it the other way, but a lot of people don't, and it's kind of sometimes more natural to go the other way because it can be really hard to go from high to low level in the sense that like you're spoiled.
Yeah, I get what you're.
I,
Yeah.
I've seen people write like Cal. I don't remember if you knew him, but he did some programming in Python, and then later on he had to learn C, and I think he hated it because it's just
So
like,
is this the wrong move for me then? Doing this course first? Okay.
no, I mean,
I'm pretty
I think it's still.
open-minded.
I think it's. I don't know of an example that's better that starts with C. I guess you said the Harvard one, but I don't know how they compare as courses. Everyone recommends this one, and
Okay, I'll just start with this because it's not like I'm gonna get that deep into stuff anyways, and then I can look into doing more stuff after
I
this.
mean, half the people in dev chat did not do things differently from the way you're doing them, essentially. Right?
Hmm.
Like literally only people who did ECE learned starting with assembly and C and learning how a computer worked at the beginning.
Yeah, but everyone else was in CS.
But everyone else was in CS, and I don't think they really start learning that way.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where like it's multiple ways to skin a cat. I like my way because it was just more fun for me personally, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I like taking like a more like getting a background view of things first. But this will be interesting anyways. This will probably be
Yeah, I
more
mean,
useful to me anyways, starting at a high level because like if I decide I mean I probably won't get that deep into it anyways.
I do also think that I don't know what it's like being a civil engineer, but like I said, any engineer is probably advantaged if they know at least some
Hmm.
Python programming. It's a pretty powerful tool.
Hmm.
Well, probably something you can at least put on your resume if you actually like finished a course.
Okay.
But yeah. I'm gonna get
So,
off the voice chat. Oh,
oh,
sorry. You
okay.
had a question?
No, I pretty much get it.
All right. All right.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta get
do.
off the voice chat.
All right. See ya.
All right. See ya.
I guess I said see ya, but you'll be in my chat. I'm not reading chat. Oh yeah, I need to we'll shrink this and then we'll shrink this and then I'll put chat up in the background. Yeah, there we go. I can see it now, D. Stage stream. Joy trying to drink from Edgar, but he's like a fire hydrant. It's like that's not the first time you said that. Okay, I did this, and kind of similar to what I was doing before, I can like do this stuff, right? I think I can do stuff like I'll do these some of these exercises. I'll do 6 plus 4 times 10. 46. Yeah. Oh, I can do this one. Uh, wait. Yeah. I forgot what it looked like. I think it was math power. Oh, it says, oh, so power is now built into things. So I can just do power 23 comma 5 and I should get like 3 million something. Oops. Um, no. Oh wait, I get it. I just do this. Okay, cool. What? My phone just vibrated. That was weird. Um. All right, exercise is done for now. What time is it? 10:50. No, don't care. Wow, there's a lot of discussion. Look at all these people discussing. Huh? I'm just auditing this class anyways. Don't care about the introduction. Once I cannot do the exercises is when I'll start listening to the lectures. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, what is the difference between an algorithm and a program? I'm gonna I'm gonna say this. Computational mode of thinking means that everything can be viewed as a math problem involving numbers. Let's say true. Computer science. I'm gonna say this is false. Two things every computer can do. Perform calculations. That's my guess. Oh, okay, I got everything else, got all this right, but I got this one wrong. Remember the results and perform calculations. I guess that makes sense. I probably should not ignore the first lectures. Declarative knowledge refers to statements of facts. Imperative knowledge, I don't think that's true. I don't know what that means though. A recipe for deducing the square root. Well, it's guessing a starting value for y. Without another recipe told, the computer cannot generate. True. Okay, so imperative knowledge refers to how-to methods, and declarative knowledge refers to statements of facts. Sure. Machines. Oh. So this is... Oh, these lectures are short. I can watch these lectures now.
Inside the computer. I don't want to just give it to my friend and have him do all the work for me. So the next question is, how do I capture a recipe inside a mechanical process? Go back to my square root example. I'd like to get a machine that's going to compute square roots for me. Historically, there were two choices here. The first one was to use what was called
This
a
guy's a
fixed
very
program
soothing voice.
computer. And this would be a computer designed specifically to calculate a particular computation. You've actually seen them. Actually, you may be too young to have seen them, but people my age have seen them. Handheld calculators were a fixed program computer. They did addition, subtraction, multiplication, a simple set of arithmetic operations. That's all they could do. If you wanted it to search the web, good luck. It wasn't going to happen. Very famous historical example was Alan Turing's bomb. This was a machine designed during World War II to break German codes for the Enigma machine, and it was designed specifically for that process.
Do you
It was
guys
also
want to
built out of
watch
devices
this
you don't see
lecture?
anymore, like vacuum tubes and relays. And you can imagine the challenge of building such a machine, but it was designed to be a fixed program computer. That'd be boring if that's all we could do. I don't want to have to carry around a computer for square root and a computer for cube root and a computer for quadratic root. You get the idea. The alternative is what's called a stored program computer, and that's what you're used to seeing. Difference with the stored program computer is that you can load into it that description, that sequence of instructions, that
Oh yeah.
recipe. And then inside that computer, there's going to
I
be a
think
set of parts.
in the future I'm gonna do the lectures on my own since these are short, and then I'll stream the exercises. Okay, we'll do this later. All right, good stream. Learned a lot. Good night, everyone. Who's this nerd? All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.